right, thank you. Up next, District 6, Council Member Anna Mockler.
Thanks, Mr. President. Okay, I have 2 slides, and thanks to all of you for supporting the basic dignity and respect. Okay, so here's my slide. This is District 6. So next slide, please. Thank you. Is there a way to zoom in on this so that everyone can read it? Anyhow, while we're waiting, because either A, there we go. So last week, it was stated that, we have established our goals and priorities, and that's quite true. I'm just going to go with the Merriam-Webster definition of a goal, which is the end toward which effort is directed. So a lot of our goals have no one responsible for them. They're not on anyone else's agenda. They're not on a staff agenda. So here, what I've done is you all know I've only been on here since the end of February, but it's just some possible assignments of these goals so that work could be done on them. You all remember that at the beginning of the joint planning session, we had a huge list of goals that had been handed down for years and years and years. So I was thinking perhaps we could work on some of these and, start afresh in 2023. So, shoot, I've got about 4 minutes left, President Goodnow.
3.5.
All righty then. I'm setting it for 3. Forgot to set the timer. So here, what I've done is anything that was continued support for, I just graded out because, someone is doing it. But for example, I can't think of where you would encourage the purchase of local goods and services. Like that would be something that a sustainability committee might address. Public works, public safety, supporting improvements for pedestrian safety, including parks and schools. As you can see, I've just chosen my top 3 to 5 issues. And I was thinking if I email this to all of you, and you chose your top 5, that we could do something like ranked choice voting and begin working on them, perhaps with a 1-hour-long study session after the general meeting is over. Okay, hang on. If you could scroll down, please. So under affordable housing, lots of different places where this might be done. Audit committee, an ad hoc committee, which it seems like we're in the process of forming, to exploring the feasibility of implementing findings of the March 2020 Affordable Housing Recommendations Report. Again, if there were a sustainability committee, it would definitely help develop policies that encourage environmental stewardship. Something that as far as I know, is that no department even has a person responsible for communications under outreach, access, and transparency in government. But developing policies and implementing changes that encourage not just the public to be able to reach the city and us, but also for us and the city to be able to reach back out to people. A less impenetrable webpage might be a possible way to go. And then finally, I've got 53 seconds left. Yes. Equity in government, just really start working on this. We have 2 staff members. We can start working with that. We can start considering BIPOC interns for our staff. If we can't, influence the larger thing, we can do a small thing. So that was really it. I thought that it would be difficult to achieve goals when it isn't anybody's responsibility. It's what Garrett Hardin calls the tragedy of the commons. It's something everybody wants to happen, but since there's no one in charge of making it so, it simply doesn't happen. So I guess really my question in my 20 seconds that I have left is this something that interests anyone but me?
So what I'll say is that this is something we normally have, and it's normally something that staff will do, and then if there's some questions, so I'll have staff take a look at what they may have already done it. I'll have staff look at what they've assigned, and so every year we take each goal and assign it to a committee or to the entire body. So yeah, so we'll take a look at what we were at and your input. So
thanks, Mr. President.
And then we can all have some input on it. So thanks for bringing that up. All right, thank you for that. Up next.